this is a pretty big DLC, and I'm trying to get as many videos out for this as possible to help you guys with it and stuff, so yeah. And also along the way I might kind of show a few things that some people might have been confused about. We'll see about those though. So I've built my vault a little bit further and I've changed some things in it. And I'm just going to kind of go around in it and kind of show you guys how I built mine. And maybe you can get some inspiration out of it so you can build yours very similarly. So we'll start from the very front of it over here. Well, actually, this is the security room, so let's start from the actual beginning of it. So yeah, as you can see, I have my vault door, so I don't have to deal with any raiders. As far as I know, so far, I've had my vault door closed, and I haven't had any raider problems yet, so maybe keeping it closed does keep the raiders out, but at the same time, I kind of feel like with the door opened, that would invite people in, so chance that you might not be able to get more people in. I've just been taking people from other settlements and putting them in, so I have no idea. There might be like a risk-reward system where if you have your vault door open, then raiders and like, you know, normal settlers are invited in, but with it closed, no one can come in, kind of thing, I guess. But anyway, let's start from the beginning here. I didn't really do much in this portion of the vault. I just kind of, like, you know, I just closed it off and put these turrets here so no one can come in. I might as well get rid of this while we're here. Anyway, as you can tell, you can't really get rid of these, but these always reload with Pip-Boys. They'll constantly fill up, like every 24 hours in the game, I believe it is. This fills back up with Pip-Boys and stuff for settlers and whatnot. So yeah, this is kind of where everything starts off. Can't get rid of that either. There's some things that I just can't get rid of and others that I can, but anyway, as you can see, I haven't really done anything over here. I've just kept it the same because I don't really have any plans for this spot. So, well, I might do something with it in the future, but that's how it's going to stay for now. And I put a spawn thing here because it always spawns you right here facing this, but I wanted it to spawn me here facing this way so I don't have to turn around, because it always does this and then you gotta turn this way and come back around this way, so that can get kind of annoying, so I switched that around. As you can see, I put a poster up there and whatnot, and this is kind of what I did with the security office. I got someone assigned to this. They're not at their post right now though, and I put another table up, as well as I kind of just left this here because you can't pick that up anyway. And I have this shelf here and a couple of benches that didn't really do much there. And then just around in different places I kind of changed things up. Like originally I had these here, but then I moved them back over to here and I added 2 more here, so this way they wouldn't get in the way and they'd just kind of be in the corner. And also, before I move on, even though like my channel only has 9 subscribers and this other guy's channel has 200 and growing, I believe now, subscribe to the channel Larry Miller or whatever his channel name is. I believe it was that. So subscribe to his channel and check out what he's got, because he also does Vault-Tec related videos on his channel, so you can go check him out if you want. Anyway, moving along. Actually, before we finish up in there, let's finish over in here. I have fix it. I put that there. I took that from my sanctuary settlement, I believe. I might have made it, but I think I took it from my sanctuary settlement. Oh wait, yeah, I did make it, so yeah, never mind. But anyway, I have these two slot machines here, as well as I just have these barriers here for security, and I have one of those there, so this is just kind of the main, like, atrium area. And then over here I have a weight bench, and I have a few different other materials, like I have the pommel horse, I have the power cycle, and I have the Vault boy and girl there, and I have this poster just to kind of pump everyone up to get stronger, I guess. And yes, as I mentioned in my other video, these fountains do work, so it's really nice. And then I have my overseer's office. Imagine if I just Sandman killed her, that probably would not go well at all. But anyway, I just have like an average overseer's desk, and I have the different filing cabinets laying around. And if anyone knows how to fix this glitch, please feel free to tell me. As you can see, I have like this, I know it just looks like there's nothing wrong with it because it just says all that, and yes, I have tried it with the other terminal. I know you're supposed to use the other terminal for this, but as you know, with the experiments, as you can see, I have everything with the walls connects everything to one solid power grid, so these are supposed to connect, and I have actually used the terminal over there for this, which is way over here in this room, and it's worked just fine. But after I finished the quests, it kind of like glitched out, so now no matter which terminal I use, whether it's this one or the other one or even that one there, none of them have access to the power cycle or those over there, these slot machines, none of it. So I don't know why that's happened. I don't know if it's like a thing where you're not allowed to access the parameters after you finish the DLC or what, but that should be fixed sometime. Hopefully maybe they'll come out with like a patch to fix that. But anyway, let me start over here as well before I go and finish up the rooms down there. So then this is the room that I started in. It's just I couldn't really find any clean cribs, so I just used normal beds for the nursery area. And then for here, this is my cafeteria. I showed you this last time. I have the tables here, just your average metal picnic table, and then I don't know why they didn't come out with clean versions of this, because that's kind of stupid. I mean, this is like kind of a place where everything's supposed to be clean, and they came out with everything clean, but not this, so I don't know if they forgot to retexture that, or if they didn't do something right, but that's dirty, not clean. And the sink works just like the water fountain. I don't know if I showed that in my last stream. This doesn't work, it's just there for show. And also I have it hooked up to the same power grid. It doesn't work because basically you have to have a reactor hooked up to the floor, and then that reactor travels, the power in that travels through the entire thing, as I mentioned in my other video, so you don't have to use any, like, so you don't have to use power poles or anything like that, because all of the power just like transmits through these walls and stuff, and they act as your power poles, I guess you could say. So because of that, that's why having this all the way over here is supposed to get that to work. Because with all these experiments, I made sure that I built the cafeteria. It was when the experiment happened, I built the cafeteria, then I put this inside of the cafeteria, and then after I had put this inside the cafeteria, I hooked it up to this, and then I went all the way down there into the overseer's office, and then I used the thing, and it said it changed the carbonation. So obviously you don't need to have it hooked up to the same wires. It doesn't require that. Just needs to be in the same grid. And also I added this desk here, which is surprisingly in the containers category instead of the tables, but that's okay. And then I have a chair there that I kind of put to the side so you can sit in it without glitching through the table. Because if you don't know, if you put a chair like and tuck it into the table and push it in like a normal chair, your character still sits in it, and then he glitches through the table and it's weird. So that's why I kind of like to have the chairs like that sometimes. So then they're not like pushed out all the way over here weirdly, and they're kind of like in a decent spot. And then I just have some crates laying around here, and I got I forget what this is called, a Proopter, I think that is. Okay, so, and then also the dressers will just randomly fill with caps, which is kind of nice. It all depends on if you have a cap collector or not. If not, then they'll just randomly fill with items. And then over down this way here, I have the kind of barber shop area. I added that here, and I put a sink here and a couple of posters around. And I put a Vault Boy there, and I put a couple of lockers here, and I put a mat with some chairs for waiting. Oh, and just like a quick note, if you put a Vault trunk down, they're not going to fill up with Vault items. It only does it in the front entrance where you first like come over to like put people in and whatnot. Like, you know, where you fix everything up in the Vault for everyone and like introduce everyone to yourself there, kind of in the beginning of the DLC. That's where everything fills up in the Vault trunks and whatnot.
Some more ghastly than others.
Oh, and also, as you can see, Codsworth kind of like stands around and looks at things, and he really has some pretty cool and kind of funny comments about your Vault. As everyone that's inside of the Vault will have comments about it. I don't know if it does it outside of the Vault, where you just build, like, for example, if you build a Vault outside and not, like, you know, so for example, an above ground Vault instead of this in-ground kind, because it'll be outside the normal Vault area, so I don't know if it just works and it's triggered by Vault pieces being around, or if it has to do with the actual presence of being inside the original Vault or what. So somebody will have to figure that out or test that out. Let me see here. I believe that's it for everything on the top floor. I was gonna do an atrium thing, but I do know how to hook them up, but there's like this problem with them where like there's this big hole in the middle after you're done hooking the atrium pieces up, and then it's so annoying to have to fix that, and it's just like, I don't even know. So anyway, yeah, that looks like all of the rooms for this top floor here. Okay, so, and then I showed the overseer's office, and then I showed the weight room. And then in here I kind of have the maintenance area. This is where the maintenance guy would sleep. Which I kind of feel like I should push this bed up a little bit further, but I think I'll just leave it there for now. I have a couple of like crates kind of randomly placed around, kind of like, not necessarily carelessly, but sort of carelessly, but still kind of neat. Like, you know, just kind of placed around on the edges, and I have a projector here for like meetings, I guess, and then some shelves and some lighting. The lighting works really good in the vaults, I'm not gonna lie, but in some situations there'll be like really dark spots and then some extreme light spots, because the light has this weird radius thing where instead of like just like slowly irradiating out, and then like after it irradiates out a lot, it kind of like dims down. It just like comes out and then just stops, and this weird light thing. I don't even know, but it doesn't work like lights in real life. I can tell you that right now. So then, as you can hear, this not here, but see, this is where the residential area. I know I have residential up there because that's just kind of what it seemed to fit, I suppose, but then I have like another crate here, and I have this wide hall coming into the next area of the vault. And then this kind of spot here with the designing, I don't really like how Bethesda did this. They put pieces where it's like multiples of these, and it kind of looks really ugly with so many of these like electrical spots here where these things are. Because then when you're trying to build them, it just goes too far out. Because this is I believe a large piece, and it does that with them. So if you don't want that, you gotta use the smaller pieces. So then I have a staircase coming down here, and then I kind of have this room, and then I have more security, like kind of a halfway through security for just like a thing here. And then I have like a little bit. I was originally going to make this kind of like a cell, but there's really no way to put a cell here because, as you know, PS4 doesn't have mods yet, so until then I'm not going to be able to put an actual jail cell here. So for now, I'm just going to consider this the like security officer's bed, I suppose. And then I have another turret here. It's kind of like a halfway point defense, because as you can see, like this is kind of like where the middle of the vault is, and this is just kind of a security checkpoint so that you have to go through before you pass through the rest of the vault. And this, as you can see, I didn't really finish it yet, because like this is where things kind of get a little messy, because I don't know how I'm going to stick my vault pieces through here. I honestly do not know what I'm going to do with that, but I'll have to figure it out somehow. Eventually I'll figure it out. There are just some spots that are like way too small to fit your vault structures in, so I don't know what to do about those. And then here I kind of have this, and then like a bit of some of the wall kind of stuck through because the staircase wouldn't fit. Because I had to add another piece here because the staircase wasn't gonna attach to this, so I had to add another piece here, which is this, so the staircase could attach to it, if that makes any sense, because you can't stick a utility staircase or a domestic staircase, I believe it is, to security stuff. So I had to have a door structure here to kind of transfer that. And then I just have like a reactor room here. As you can see, it says caution, and then I have this giant reactor that I built. It took a lot of copper and other materials to make, but it looks pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. And then here, because of the roof, I didn't have enough room to put like, you know, the walls here, and also it just kind of sticks out anyway. But I kind of like it though, because it gives it that feeling of unfinishedness. And also, if you go into other vaults, you'll notice that usually in the reactor rooms, like for example in Vault 81, if you go to their reactor room, there's like no floor, it's just all dirt, so that kind of makes sense that this would kind of be like this in the reactor room, I suppose. So that kind of looks cool a little bit too. And then also, like, I just kind of tried to make things as like neat and cool looking as possible, just to kind of give it that neat vibe, I guess. And then the final area of my vault is over down this way. I haven't finished building it, I'm far from doing that. So I have a lot that I need. I don't know when these are gonna despawn. I know these are going to, because they don't have a specific player name, they just have like your average thing. I think the death claw might have despawned, unless that's it right there. I don't know what that is, but that might be the death claw. But if not, then it despawned. Yeah, so the death claw is still there, but at least you can't see it because it's stuck under the bed. Before, the hand was sticking out right here, but now it's under there. And this isn't really that noticeable. I mean, yeah, you can see it, but it doesn't look too out of place. So when those things despawn, they'll despawn, but until then, I'll just have to deal with them, because I know they will despawn, because they don't have a name. Like, for example, you know how Clem has the name Clem in this DLC. If you killed him, he wouldn't despawn, but the other ones would, because they're just named Settler. And I'd assume that the Overseer Barstow, even though she has a name, she probably can despawn, considering the fact that Bethesda wants you to be able to kill her if you don't want to have the ability to. So some people don't want the Overseer and they just want to continue building, but I decided to keep her because she just adds to the Vault experience, I guess. So yeah, and then I just have this thing here where I keep some of my stuff, not all of it. And yeah, that's pretty much it for that, I suppose. But I mean, also as well, I'm gonna kind of like, I'll go back over to the exit where you can go outside of the vault, or at least that's where that's like what it is for now until I figure out what I'm gonna do there. But yeah, so I mean, like, you know, as you can see here, if I just open this door, I wanted to go through it first, and I thought I could make it through, but no. But anyway, as you can see, I have this spot, and like I said, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but in case any of you don't know what to do with it either, what I'm planning on doing with it is I'm gonna probably just continue going further, and then once there's no more room to build because of the way this shape is, I'll just like treat it as part of the vault that is kind of like unfinished or whatever, and pretend it's just that, and then continue on, and then once I get to this side, build more of the vault, and I'll just kind of add another reactor over there, or find a way to hook something up through the entire tunnel so the power still transmits through this way. If not, like I said, I'll just hook up another reactor, and I'll do the same for this tunnel and so on. So yeah, that is probably what I'll do there. So if any of you are unsure what to do with that area, that is probably your best bet, is to do that. And also, I just want to quickly mention something. I just need to get to the area to show you first what I want to show you. So yeah, let me just head on over there. Alrighty then, let's see. Yes, I can get rid of that, okay. Anyway, oh wait, nope. Never mind, it was back this way. Yeah, this is where I went the wrong way. This is the bedroom area. I'll just go through the normal vault so I don't lose track of where I'm going, because and when you have so many vault pieces in this, like, it just it changes the layout of the landscape in this so much that you don't even know what the heck you're doing or where you're trying to go unless you're inside the vault itself. Okay, so anyway, now that I'm back in this spot, I just want to quickly mention that on the other side of this wall, real quick, if we go here, as you can see, there's this train tunnel, and as you can see here, because of the way that, as I started building, there are some more train tunnels here, but anyway, I started building over there on that side, and I built off of the original pieces that you have in the very front of the vault. So it would kind of be symmetrical and even throughout the thing, because that's how Bethesda kind of expected people to do it, so that's kind of what I did. But as you can see, if I tried doing this before, or I built through this way, and then this piece hit this, as well as this piece hits the side here. So because of that, I can't build down the train tracks here. So because I can't build down these train tracks, I can't continue my vault through this end. So unless I figure something out, I'm kinda screwed with that. So as you can see, even with this, like, you can see that it's in the same position, and you can see it's just about to hit the edge here. So you won't be able to go through the train tracks if you use if you build off of the already started part of the vault. So just be aware of that. I mean, you might be able to figure something out, and I am going to do something about that so I can continue down, and then, or maybe I could build through another end and then come back through that side, and then there can just be a dead end there or something. I honestly don't know. I'll figure it out somehow, but for now it'll just have to stay like that. So anyway, I guess that's about it. I showed you guys kind of exactly what my vault looked like, and also if you want, you could add these here. I kind of have these to say where everything is. I have a reactor here, and the auditorium that way, the research this way, the overseer this way, and as you can see, I have 2 arrows for security because I have security this way and this way. So yeah, that's kind of cool. Well, I guess I could talk about some of the things you may not like with the DLC. And as you can see, you're probably looking at all the stuff you do like, but I mean, you might not be able to see some of the things that you don't like. Like, for example, with these lights, as you can see, the light looks like it's not lit, but it is lit. So if we go here into my workshop, you'll notice it says requires power, and the power bar is green, which means it's lit. If it was red, it would mean it didn't have power. So, for example, if I go and place it over here, it turns red because it doesn't have power. So, and it doesn't look like it's lit either way, because, I mean, looking at this, I mean, does that look lit to you? Sure as hell it doesn't to me. So, I mean, these ones look lit, but this one doesn't look lit. And then this one here on this side doesn't look lit. What the heck did I just build? I think I accidentally built something by accident somewhere. I don't know where I built it, probably on the outside of the vault. I think I accidentally built an arena, but I'm not sure. But that's whatever, I'll figure that out later. Or actually, I'll just quickly take a look out here. Yeah, I don't see anything, so I don't know what that random RP was. But anyway, as you can kind of see, it doesn't look all that good, because you can kind of tell that everything doesn't look lit up at all. If I place this here, it says it needs power and so on. It says it requires, and it just it's like really weird. And this thing here, you can't even pick that one up, and I don't even think that one is lit, so yeah. So I just have that like that kind of and whatnot. So just be aware that some of the lights don't look lit up, but they are, because you can tell because of the light irradiating off of them. As you can see, I only have these lights here, and everything's lit up, but the lights don't look like they're lit up, so that's kind of more proof if you don't believe me, which I'm sure you do, but you never know. And then, as I stated before, another glitch is with the terminal. If I can go back in here and grab another terminal, like the normal one, because I know a lot of people say that it's gotta be the other terminal, and in some cases, yeah, only the other terminal works, but for the most part, you can use, in some situations, as well as in other situations, other terminals, depending on which ones are available at the time. So for example, if I go here,
Finally.
and I go to this, it just says installizing.
Vault 88.
And just as even more proof that it doesn't work, in case you're saying, oh, you need to have it connected with wires, I'm going to show you, you don't need to have the terminal directly connected to the object. Watch it work and make me look like an idiot, but I'll prove it to you though. See, it still just says installizing, but it's directly connected, and this is connected to the power too. Which means that the power, see, this is connected to the power, and then this is transferring the power to the terminal, which is allowing it to work, as you can see. But yet it doesn't work. So that's just a little bit more proof to show you that there is a glitch going on that will not let you continue with the parameters stuff in the different projects. So yeah. So just make sure that if that happens to you, you load up a new save. I kind of went too far in with my other saves to really continue with that, and it took me a while to get my Vault the way it is, so I don't want to have to go back to another save to fix that glitch, so I'm just going to wait for another patch to happen to fix that. And it's not that big of a deal anyway, because the projects still work without it. It's just that you can't change the parameters to them, so they're stuck to default. So yeah, that's really the only problem that I don't like about the DLC, is that stupid glitch is happening. But then also, another thing you may want to pay attention to is these things right here, these domestic rooms, or whatever they're called. Let me go into the structures and show you what I mean. Because if we go into rooms here, and we go into this one, as you can see, you have the normal wall piece, you have the door piece, you even have the normal window piece. And you have these for this kind of thing, that kind of deal. And you have the corner piece, and the corner door piece, and the opposite corner door piece, and this type of weird corner piece, but there's no corner window pieces. So because of this, I can't have a window right here. I want a window right here, but I can't put one there. So that's a bit of an issue, because none of these pieces have the corner window. See, there's no window in that one, there's no window in any of these. There's the normal window, as you can see, there's the normal window, and there's the overseer window. But there's no corner window, and I'd like to know where those are. I don't know if Bethesda forgot to put them in, or if they made a mistake, or if they didn't think to put them in, or if they have some issue with them, I don't know, but if Bethesda's watching this, I'd like them to put those windows in, so yeah. So as you can see, all of these, there isn't one window corner piece. There's the window, but no window corner, so I don't know what to do about that, and I think I have emphasized that there is no window corner piece enough there, but yeah. And as you can see, with the wide halls, there really isn't much to complain about with these, but the only thing I do have to complain about them is that I kind of feel like they could have added more to them. Like, I don't know exactly what, but I feel like there's something missing with the corner, or not the corner pieces, but the wide halls. I feel like they could have added something else to them, but I don't know what. I just feel like something's missing with these. And let's see, with the stairs, this is another kind of with these stairs, if you try and connect them, you can't connect multiple stairs together, and that's a bit of an annoyance because of the way the stairs connect to the other objects, they can't connect to each other. But if you go into the vault structures and then you go over to any of the other things like the stairwells connect to each other perfectly fine. So you could have multiple stairwells on top of each other, but the same cannot be said for the auditorium stairs. So that's a bit of an annoying thing to deal with, because what if I have, instead of a 2-story auditorium, what if I have like a 3 or 4-story one? Because I know that they have a 3-story one. I don't know about the 4-story, but I definitely know that you can make a 3-story auditorium. And what if I want the stairs to go straight up to the 3rd story, but I don't want them to go to the 2nd story first? Then that's a bit of an issue, so they might want to fix that too. And also, this is not necessarily a huge issue, but it is a bit of an issue. I believe that this issue is in miscellaneous. Nope, it's not in there. Hold on, let me find it. It might be in decorations. Let's see, yeah, decorations, the vault, and then... Hold on, anyway, I might as well just mention what it is while I'm looking for it. Because basically there's this radio in the game, this new radio that was added. And it's called a stereo, I believe, and it says there are 2 issues with this so-called stereo. The first one is that when you're using it, it says it's tuned to classical radio, but all you hear is static coming out of it. And second of all, they don't have one of that radio for like the Diamond City radio, which is a little bit disappointing, because what if you want to listen to Diamond City on it, you know, then you can't. So once I find it, since I forgot where it was, it might be in the vault, I don't know, but I totally forgot where it was, so yeah. So if you guys will just bear with me for a second while I look for it here. I believe it was somewhere around here. Well, I'm pretty sure it was in decorations. But anyway, if I can't find it, you guys will probably find it yourselves eventually. You guys probably know what it is that I'm talking about, so yeah. Okay, I honestly don't remember where it is. Okay, didn't I? Yeah, I checked that already, okay. I honestly just, like, don't know where it is. I totally forgot. Oh, and while I'm at it, these are the 4 experiments. The power cycle, which I ran out of copper for. The Pro-Opter, I believe it's called, and the soda fountain, and last but not least, the slot machine. Okay, where was that radio? I don't know if you guys want to look at it. If I don't find it soon, then you guys can just skip ahead from me looking if you want, or if I do find it, you can skip ahead when this turns out as a video for that too, because right now this is live, it's not a video, so anyone that is currently watching wouldn't be able to skip it, but anyone that is watching afterwards will. So I don't know why I just all of a sudden forgot where the radio is, but sometimes I just forget where the items are, and then I just gotta go surfing through all of these different objects to find them, you know? I'm sure there are a lot of people that, like, just totally lose track of what they're looking for. Okay, it might have been somewhere in power, but I honestly don't know. I'll check one more minute here or so, and then if I don't find it by then, we'll just consider it, you know, we'll just consider that it is somewhere around, you know. If if you guys can find it yourselves, you can look at it though. Or maybe it was back here and I just skipped it. No, it isn't. I'm pretty sure it wasn't in tables, because it's not a table. That would be kind of stupid if it was. So yeah, I do not see it anywhere. I don't know why I all of a sudden can't find it, but I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. If not, you can just look it up. I'm sure one of you will notice what it is. Alright, let's... Yeah, I could have sworn it was in this one. I thought for sure it was in Miscellaneous, but I guess not. Yep, there it is. So I did pass it, never mind. I must have passed it like twice there without even realizing it. So as you can see, it says tuned to classical radio, and I'll show you right now that it is certainly not tuned to classic radio. And as you can see, there is no speaker that has the tune to Diamond City radio. If we just quickly go over here, it's not doing a thing. I'm pressing activate and deactivating it even, but there's no classical, so I don't know if that's a problem or if they deliberately did that, or if it's because it's so far underground that the signal can't reach the radio. I don't know. Let's find out. Can I reach a radio station from here? Oh, I have a level up. Yes, you can reach the radio, so I don't know why it did that.
You can keep traveling as much as you want.
That is a problem. Well, I basically showed all of the glitches that I've seen so far. I do have like a couple of small recordings of random glitches that I've come to encounter. If you guys want me to post those, then leave your comments below, and I will, if I get enough requests for those, I will put them out. I have 2 so far. The first one is a new glitch where for some reason, I don't know if this has been in the game before, or like if this came with this DLC, but there's this glitch now where if you take someone out of their power armor, like, by taking their fusion core out, and then you save the game and then you reload it, it kind of like messes up that person's power armor, and then they're still in it, but the power armor is still sitting on the floor like if it was after, when it was after you took them out. So it's basically a power armor duplication thing, except the new power armor is just skin and not the actual thing, and it glitches out on the non-player character. And then I also have one where this weight bench here, when I just randomly walked in here and came across this weight bench and there was nobody on it. I literally did this with my character's machete on the little seat thing here, so I know nobody was invisible or nobody was glitched onto this. And then this thing was moving up and down, and it was floating right here where you would normally have it when your character is doing his lifts with it. And it was moving up and down slowly, and I just kept doing this to see if maybe one of the NPCs glitched out and turned invisible, but that was not the case. There was literally no player on this, and it was just moving on its own, which was a bit weird. I might, if you guys want me to release it, I'll probably title it Ghost Bench or something, I don't know, but if you guys want to see either of those glitches, feel free to try them out, because because I can post them on my channel and you guys can watch them for however long I recorded them for, so yeah. I guess that's about it. There really isn't much anything else to say. So yeah. So like, subscribe, comment, and if you haven't donated to my channel, I encourage you to do that, as I post quality content on all of my videos to the best of my ability. So yeah, if you want to do that, feel free. So yeah, like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video.